Hey everybody, Danielle Carlson here from Rooted Studio in Platteville, Wisconsin. Today I have a Spring Equinox sequence for you. The class today is definitely not a beginner-friendly class. It's going to be pretty intense, not to scare anybody away, but just keep in mind that if this is your first time doing yoga, this probably isn't the best sequence for you. We will be doing 21 sun salutations. While the Spring Equinox doesn't always happen on the 21st, this is kind of what I do with my cycles classes for the summer solstice and equinoxes and everything. So 21 sun salutations and a sequence to follow that will help bring balance, because the spring equinox is all about balance between the light and the dark. It's the day, just like in the fall, when the light and the dark are equal and in balance with each other. For our meditation that we'll start with, I'm using an awesome book called Yoga Through the Year. This is by Jill Shipway, and so I'll be reading a portion out of this as we're in our centering meditation to start, and then we'll pick up with our class from there. So let's go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable position. We'll be here for a little bit because, again, this is kind of a meditative practice to start. So feel free to stay seated or lay down. I know for me personally, if I lay down, I'm pretty likely to fall asleep. So I prefer sitting upright. I like using a block. I'm sitting on a block right now, which it might be helpful to have a block as we go through this sequence, especially past the sun salutations. Not required, but helpful. And I like the block because it allows me to tip my hips forwards and sit up nice and straight. It allows me to keep my shoulders rolling back. If I'm not on the block, I have a tendency to roll forwards. So find either a comfortable seated position or a comfortable supine laying down position. And again, we're going to just start with centering and breathing, and then I'll be reading some information out of this book to get us ready for our practice today. So in your either tall seat or your position on the ground, your legs can be long, your knees can be bent, you can have soles of your feet together in butterfly or Baddha Konasana. Begin to check in with your breathing. And either close your eyes or let them stay soft. If you're sitting, make sure that there's length in your spine, crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling like you've got a string connecting you, pulling you up higher. Just noticing how the breath feels as you breathe in and out. If you're not already breathing into your belly space, take your breath nice and deep into your belly. Allow your breath as you breathe into your belly to push your stomach forwards on your inhale. And on your exhale, draw your belly button towards your spine. If you're truly belly breathing, your chest barely rises and falls. So I want you to take 3 full inhales and exhales this way into your belly space. And when you're done with your 3, just let your breath return to normal and keep your eyes closed or soft and just get into a meditative state. In your meditative position, just listen and take in these words. The spring equinox is the ignition key for the year, and from here, the energy of the year really revs up. Whatever seeds are planted now will expand and grow. This is a time for pushing rather than yielding. We need to prioritize and use this short-lived, fertile sun energy to grow effective and successful if we have strategies in place. We look for opportunities to reach out to others, make connections, and collaborate with those people who will help us realize our dreams. You can use your yoga practice to stay balanced, centered, and grounded. This is important so we're not swept away by the restless, frantic energy of the growing season. The spring equinox is a good time to consider how we go about creating a balanced life. Our yoga practice teaches us to balance tension and relaxation. Our challenge is, how do we marry and unify these two complementary opposites to achieve a state of balance in our lives? In the opening words of the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali defines yoga as the cessation of the turning of thoughts in the mind. Many of us are drawn to yoga initially, hoping that it will help still our restless, agitated mind. With the changes and surge in energy that spring brings, some of us find our mind speeds up too, which can leave us feeling unbalanced, anxious, and overwhelmed. As yoga practitioners, we can learn the art of balance by observing the Earth's grateful seasonal transition in and out of balanced states at the equinoxes. At both equinoxes, the Earth is temporarily balanced between light and dark, night and day, before it tips either into the lighter or the darker half of the year. When we observe the seasonal changes, we see that there is a seasonal cycle of balance, activity, balance, and rest. Then the cycle begins again. How do we reconcile the inevitable tension that arises in life with our wish to be relaxed and calm? We can return to the example set for us by Earth on its annual journey around the sun as it moves from equinox to solstice, solstice to equinox. We remind ourselves that Earth spins through a seasonal cycle of balance, activity, balance, and rest. Human beings were never designed to be perpetually calm or perpetually active. A healthy, fulfilling, and rewarding life will consist of action, activity, and stress. And this will be followed by downtime that allows us to de-stress and return to a neutral state where healing can occur. To achieve anything in life and live according to our values, it is inevitable that we will have to endure periods of stress, uncertainty, and anxiety. Difficulties arise when we try to make permanent what is essentially a transitory state. Can any of us living in this world, as it is, maintain this yogic state of balance 24/7? Would we really want to? Yoga works best when it supports and enables us to live a rich, diverse, and fulfilling life. This will be a life filled with ups and downs, highs and lows, darkness and light, loss and gain, praise and blame, conflict and resolution of conflict. Yoga fails, or rather, we fail to use yoga skillfully when we use it to escape or avoid life, when we try to create a bubble of serenity that exists in isolation from the wider world. Of course, naturally, sometimes we need time out from the fray of life, and our yoga and meditation practice can provide this. However, this is a temporary respite, and then we must return to the fray. There is work to be done. Letting those words sink in. What resonates with you right now? Are you in that state of balance? And if not, how are you going to get there? Let's set an intention today for this class, that this class helps bring you the balance you need. Maybe that's a relaxation for you. Maybe that's this increase of energy for you. This class can be both of those things at the same time for different people. So again, let's make our intention today that this class helps bring you balance right now. Let's set that intention by taking 3 conscious breaths together. So first, calling that intention into your mind. Letting out any air that's in your lungs right now. Take a nice big inhale through your nose. Pause here a moment, and when we exhale, it's going to be a big open mouth, releasing exhale. Here we go. Second breath in through your nose. Hold here. Let it go. Third breath in through your nose. Seal your lips. Exhale through your nose. This sequence is designed to bring you balance in whatever form or shape that is for you. Opening up your eyes if they are closed. If you're on your back, you're going to roll over into tabletop. If you're seated, move your block out of the way if you have one. Coming into tabletop, you're going to take your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath hips. Back flat, neutral. And just here, feeling into your body, maybe closing your eyes again, noticing the natural curves of your spine, noticing any areas of your body that might be tight today. Noticing your breath. Are you still breathing deeply? And if not, can you fix that? Let's move into some cat-cow. As you exhale, round your back, look towards your thighs. Really push through the tops of your feet to get a little extra lift. Inhale, round down, look up, tailbone up to the ceiling. Exhale, push back. Inhale, drop. Continuing to your own pace, breathing in a way that makes sense, moving in a way that makes sense for your body. Maybe that means taking some extra movements, side to side, or reaching back. Beginning to work into your body before we really work into your body. Continue to breathe. Continue to move. Finding 2 more in each direction, and then we'll meet in neutral tabletop again. Some people move a little bit faster than others, so might be meeting at different times. You might be in tabletop just a little bit longer, and that's okay. From tabletop, once you get here, we're coming into down dog, so you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips, keep your knees bent, take your chest closer to your thighs, maybe pedaling it out here. Beautiful. Taking another breath in. Exhale. Look up towards your hands and walk up to meet your hands. Hanging out here in a forward fold. Letting your head hang, shaking your head, maybe yes or no. Coming into the intention of finding balance. Roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow. Head is the last thing up. When you get to the top, roll your shoulders back. Let your head come back to a neutral position. Finding Tadasana, so feet about hip distance apart, really grounding through your feet. Palms forwards, take your shoulders up towards your ears, squeeze them back, and then send them down your spine. You do not need to have an uncomfortable push here, so once you're here, you can let that relax a little bit. Make this active. Take your thighs, turn them on, pulling up your kneecaps, pushing down through your feet, reaching up with the crown of your head. You should feel like you're being pulled in 2 different directions. Hands reaching down. Breathe. Find balance. Taking another breath here. We're getting ready to come into our 21 sun salutations. So I've got my Hershey Kisses over there, which are my counters, if you were wondering. Maybe I'll eat them later, who knows. And sometimes I do lose count, so it might be more or less than 21, even though I have counters, so please just bear with me if it's a little bit off. We'll get in a lot of sun salutations. So the idea here is to honor the sun. The sun is coming back, the days are getting longer, and to honor that with our movement and sending this energy out into the world as the energy is picking up in the world. Coming up to the head of your mat, first one's going to be nice and slow. Finding Tadasana again, really making this active. Inhale your arms overhead, reach up to the ceiling, find length in your back. Maybe tipping back a little bit, but make sure you're not crunching your vertebrae. Your next exhale, forward fold. Maybe finding a little bit of movement. You can push back your knees, walk it out a little bit. Take your hands to your shins, flat back, look forwards, half lift. Finding horizontal extension of your spine here. Really pushing your hands into your shins to reach forwards with your head. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back into plank. Option to drop your knees if needed, but otherwise here in plank, finding a nice flat back. Belly up and in. Maybe rocking a little bit through your feet, getting a little bit of movement going. And then lower down knees, untuck your toes. As we go down, keep your elbows super tight to your body, like you're doing a tricep all the way down, tricep push-up. Tight, 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 tight. Elbows are still pointing back. Your nose is looking down towards the ground. Pick up your left leg. Get your thigh off the ground. So this is just to help reset your thighs and set it back down. Right leg and back down. Big toes together. Squeeze, push the tops of your feet in the mat. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Lift through your shoulder blades. Cobra. Maybe lifting your hands on this first one. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath here. Keep the tops of your feet pushing into the mat, toes together. Hands back down, lower down, untuck your toes, push back, down dog. So that's our first sun salutation. Maybe closing your eyes here in down dog. Taking a breath in. Exhaling it out. Look up towards your hands. Step forwards. Forward fold. That's one. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to hearts. We're going to continue that way, picking up the pace a little bit now, coordinating breath with movement. If you get behind or if you start getting tired, just find child's pose. There's no shame in resting there. 20 more to go. You might find we kind of get into a rhythm. It gets a nice you might find yourself getting into this rhythm. It's kind of nice, especially if you have music going to help get you as it gets kind of meditative. So here we go. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower, knees, hips, chest. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, look up towards your hands, walk or jump up to meet your hands. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Step back into plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, look up towards your hands, walk or jump. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga if it's in your practice. Inhale, up, cobra. Exhale, push back, down dog. That might be an up dog for you instead of a cobra. Inhaling here. Exhale, look up towards your hands. Jump or step forwards. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Check in with your breath. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, dog. Inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, forwards. Inhale, up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, top. Inhale, up. Exhale. Check in with your intention. Inhale. I am balanced. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, top of the mat. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, up. Feel the energy build. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step back. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale, top. Inhale, up. Exhale, heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale. Exhale heart. Inhale. Exhale fold. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Exhale heart. Energy still building. Inhale up. Exhale fold. Inhale lift. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Exhale heart. Inhale up. Exhale fold. Inhale lift. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Hands to heart. 5 left. Inhale up. Exhale fold. Inhale lift. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale forwards. Inhale up. Exhale heart. Inhale. Exhale fold. Inhale lift. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Exhale. I'm balanced. Inhale up. Exhale fold. Inhale lift. Exhale step back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale lift. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale top. Inhale up. Exhale heart. Last one. Focus on your breath. Inhale. Exhale fold. Focus on the energy building. Inhale lift. Exhale step back. Check in with your intention. Inhale. Exhale lower. Inhale up. Exhale back down dog. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Bring down your knees. Bring your big toes together. Sink back, child's pose. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Take that energy. Feel that energy that we just built. Imagine it as a ball around you. Keep breathing. Feeling that energy. We're going to send it out into the world. So maybe you want to take this energy ball and put something in it Maybe there's good vibes you just want to send out to the world, or somebody that you know needs healing or peace, or maybe the world. When doesn't the world need healing and peace? So take that and imagine this in this ball of energy that's around you while you're in child's pose. Fill it up. Beautiful. Keep filling it. Come up to a seated position, still imagining that ball around you. Maybe you can sit on your heels. Maybe you need to come into easy pose. That ball is still around you of energy. Take your hands to your heart. Imagine condensing that little ball in between your hands, holding it here at your heart. And we're going to take that and we're going to shoot it out into the world. So take one big breath in and exhale, release it into the world, adding your goodness, your prayers, your intentions, whatever it may be, out into the world. Taking another breath in, another breath out. We'll come up to stand at the back of your mat. So first, just finding Tadasana, finding that solid grounding through your feet, palms facing forwards. Breath should be slow and deep, and even if it's not, bring it back into your belly space, slow it down. Turn this pose on, activate through your feet, activate through your legs. Feel that energy, feel that balance. Get balanced here. Take your right foot forward. Take your left foot back, turning your foot at a 45-degree angle. Take your body and turn it back to the front direction, whatever direction your body's facing. We have a tendency to roll to the side, so keeping your body facing forwards here. You're going to start with your hands behind you, and as you inhale, you're going to bend your front knee, and exhale, straighten it. Okay? 5 of those. Here we go. 1. Nice and slow. 2. 3. Number 4. Last one. Come back into that position at Warrior 1. Really bending into your front leg. Maybe you can work this thigh down towards parallel. That's pretty tough. But finding balance here, body still facing forward. Take your tailbone and tuck it underneath you just a little bit. Breathe. One more breath. Bring your arms down. Step your feet together. This is going to be a really big step forwards. And then come back to the back of your mat. Same thing on the other side. Left foot goes forwards. Right foot goes back at a 45. Hips want to turn automatically, so straighten back up. And if you feel like you need a wider stance, take a wider stance. Make sure you have space to bend into this pose. Adjust as needed. And then here we go. 5 to breath. Nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Inhale, number 3. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Come back into that position, Warrior 1. Body still facing forwards. Arms reaching overhead, pelvis tucks underneath. That should really change what you feel across the front of your thigh. Make sure you're not super leaning forward. Body is nice and upright. Breathe here, nice and deep, coming into your intention. So notice how we're balancing lots of movement with holding. We're balancing movement with breathing. Find your balance. Good, we're going to take a nice big step forwards and then come back to the back of your mat. Speaking of balance, let's find a balancing pose. Warrior 3. So we're going to find some movement in this pose, making it a little bit more challenging. You're going to start with your arms behind you. Right foot will step forwards. And we're going to make a letter T with your body. So you're going to kick your left leg back, keep your arms behind you or maybe out to your sides, and then we'll come back down. And we're going to go into that 5 times using your breath. So inhale forwards, exhale back. So keeping your right foot forwards. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Now it's hard to get your leg up really high when we're moving through it. However, you might find you get better balance the more we do it. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more, we're going to hold it. Take your back foot, press your heel like it's going into whatever wall is behind you. You can airplane your arms here. You can take them forwards for a little extra challenge. If you're feeling steady here, see if you can take your left hip that wants to roll up to the ceiling, take it square to the mat. Pushing your heel back. Keep breathing, and if you fall, you just get right back in. And take your left foot, step it back. Bring your arms down, step forwards. And then come back to the back of your mat. Other side, same thing. Left foot goes forwards. And we're just going to find 5 warrior 3s to our breath. So that one didn't count if you did it with me. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Keeping your arms by your sides. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, we're going to stay there. Inhale. Keep breathing. Take your back foot, punch it against the wall behind you. Take your right hip, squaring it down to the ground. Hands can stay here. They can come in front. Keep breathing. Find your balance. Tell yourself, I am balanced. I am balanced. I am balanced. Right foot comes down. Right foot steps forward. Just find your Tadasana here. Take your feet hip distance. Check your breath. Were you holding your breath? That's hard stuff. Inhale overhead. Clasp your hands together, making steeple mudra. Mudra is a hand position. Inhale, find length. Exhale, tip to the right. Now I'm not mirroring you, so right for you is technically the other way. Take your shoulder that wants to roll forwards, take it to the back of the room. It's like you're between 2 panes of glass. You could even do this against the wall and work to keep both shoulders against the wall, finding a stretch down your left side. Next, inhale takes you back to center. Exhale. Switch your grip the other way. Other thumb is on top. Inhale. Exhale, tip to the left. Finding the stretch down your right side. Again, you can easily do this on a wall. Inhale back up. Separate your hands. Maybe find a little bit of a back bend. Ooh. Yeah. Catch your breath. Hands to your heart. Feet hip distance apart, maybe a little bit more. Sink back into chair. So sliding your hips. You're not bending your knees forwards. You're sliding your hips back. Should be able to see your big toe and second toe past your knees. And if not, that means you need to take your knees back a little more. The other thing to check is with your upper body, are you leaning excessively forwards? This is where you have to feel into your body if you don't have a mirror. So are you leaning excessively forwards? Can you stay a little more upright, shoulders away from your ears? You can keep your hands at your heart. You can extend your arms overhead. Breathe. Keep breathing. Feel earth. Feel the power underneath you, the stability, the groundedness, the balance in this crazy potentially chaotic time. As I record this, it's the COVID-19 stuff, so it is crazy right now, but if you're watching this in future spring equinoxes, maybe it's not so bad. Let's come up to stand. You're probably like, oh my God, my thighs are burning. Reach your arms up overhead. Take a breath. Exhale. We're going to come into chair one more time. Inhale. Exhale, sink back. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Taking your hands down to the ground. Maybe giving your head a little bit of a shake to release anything. We're going to come all the way down to the mat. Hands and knees tabletop. Find cat-cow again. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop. How does it feel different at this point in the sequence versus at the beginning? When you round your back on your exhale, sink your hips back towards your heels, really reach through your fingertips. Keep breathing. Let's do that one more time, rounding your back, reaching through your arms, and coming forwards. Now as you drop your belly, walk your hands forwards, let your hips sink. If this doesn't feel good on your back, don't do it. Just an option. Walking hands back, exhale, round. Inhale, drop, walk your hands forwards, let your hips drop. Keep your elbows tight. Go back. Last one, just normal cat-cow, exhale. Inhale. Coming back to neutral tabletop. Maybe a little bit of side to side here. Take your right foot outside of your hands, so your toes come off the mat, your heel is on. Left foot, you need to come up onto your toes. Maybe you need to step back a little bit. Finding a lunge here with your foot at an angle. Let your hips really sink down towards the mat. Maybe finding a little bit of movement here. You do have the option to keep your back knee dropped if you need to. And we are all going to drop our back knee. And I want you to find a nice big hip stretch here in dragon. So dragon, you can find a couple variations. Sometimes it's helpful to have a block to help lift your torso up. We're going for a feeling in your right hip. You can also come down onto the block. Now for me, in order to really get down here, I need to roll my foot open, dropping my knee down towards the ground, and then I can hang out down here on the block, and I actually get a really nice stretch on the outside of my thigh along with the inside. Everybody's going to be different. Wherever you are, whether you're tall or down on the ground or your foot is rolled open or not, find a place that you can hang out for just a little bit. Breathing through. And like I said in the intro from that book, yoga is about finding this balance between tension and relaxation. So maybe this pose isn't comfortable for you. It shouldn't hurt, but a little bit of discomfort is okay. And learning to breathe through it and be okay through it is something that yoga helps with. And then that can translate into the world around us. If you're down on forearms, I need you to come up to tall arms first. If your foot is rolled open, like mine is, take your foot back down. Bring your foot in between your hands. Step back. And just pause here in the center before we do the other side. Let your body kind of recalibrate. And if you find you need any little movements in between, find those movements. That's totally fine. We'll go to the left side next. So take your left foot, step it outside your hands. Toes are off, heel is on. Back foot, stepping up. You might need to hobble back a little bit. Just finding a nice hip drop here in this space, letting your hips sink down, maybe a little bit of movement if it helps work out any kinks. Still breathing. Good. We'll take down our back knee, untuck the toes. Finding your dragon. Now don't be surprised if it's different on this side, that's normal. So maybe you want this high dragon, or with your block, finding a high dragon. You can also roll your foot open. You can come down further onto your block or the mat. But just like we said before, finding that place where you can hang out for a little while, because it's going to be a little while. So making sure you can breathe through it, that you're not in pain, that you're toying between tension and relaxation. Tell yourself, I am balanced. If you're down on your forearms, come up to tall arms. If your foot is rolled open, put your foot back down. Walk your foot in between your hands, and then step back, tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to come up into down dog. So lifting your hips. Take your right leg up to the ceiling. Really reach through your toes. Maybe three-legged dog here with a bend, bending your heel down towards the ground, finding a stretch across your quad, maybe rolling your ankle or at your hip, and then squaring everything up, straightening your leg. And we're just going to come knee to nose and extend. Knee to right elbow and extend. Knee to left elbow and extend. Place your right foot down, left leg up. Maybe bending and rolling open. Maybe finding those ankle or hip circles. Square up, straighten out. Bring your knee to your nose. Extend. Bring your knee to your left elbow and extend. Bring your knee to your right elbow and extend. Bring your foot down. Keep your big toes together. Bring both knees down. Everything is together. Sink back, embryo. Forehead down to the mat. Palms face up. Letting your forehead rest. Letting your shoulders roll down towards the mat. Catching your breath. Checking in with your intention here. Walking forward, coming onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe you want to bring your nose up towards your knees, maybe rocking a little bit side to side. Stretch really long. Hopefully you have space to do so. Feel like you're being pulled in two directions. Take your hands back down by your sides. This is helpful if you have a block coming into waterfall. If you don't have a block, you can just stick your legs straight up in the air, but a block is a nice little support that actually helps quite a bit. And if you're at home and you don't have a block, get creative. What else can you use? Can you use a couple books? Look around. Bring your heels up close to your glutes. Lift and place the block underneath your sacrum, not underneath your low back, it's further down. Roll your shoulders underneath, and then send your feet up into the air. If you know shoulder stand, feel free to do shoulder stand instead. Nice little inversion as we wind class down. Feel free to take any extra movements here. So for me, I do like to keep my legs static sometimes, but other times I like to send my feet wide or forwards and backwards. Or you could bicycle or send both legs down. There's so many things that you can do. Whatever your body is asking for, just tune into that and do it. Once again, check in with your intention. Feel the sense of balance. Think about where you want to go moving forwards into spring. And while you're here in waterfall, maybe closing your eyes and visualizing what it is, what seeds you're planting, and what you want them to look like when it's ready to harvest. Whatever it is you're searching for, you're reaching for, you're hoping for. Visualize it as truth, as happening. We're here for about 10 more seconds. Bring your feet down to the mat. Slide your block out from underneath you if you're using a block. If there's anything else that you want to take before we head into final Shavasana, feel free. Otherwise, if you're ready for Shavasana, a very well-deserved and earned Shavasana, send your legs long. If your low back is bugging you, feel free to keep your knees bent and let your knees knock in. Or you could even keep a block underneath you. Or if you have a bolster at home or a towel, you could set it underneath your knees. You could set blocks underneath your knees. Whatever your final Shavasana looks like, begin to settle into it. Really letting your shoulders relax away from your ears, maybe tuck them under just a little bit. Let's take one big breath in together. So exhale out any air that's in your lungs, and then a nice big inhale through your nose. Exhale it out, open mouth. Focusing on your breath. Sinking in a little bit deeper with each exhale. Taking a longer inhale. Really lengthen your exhale. Bend your knees, bringing your feet to the mat. Rolling onto whatever side is more comfortable for you in a fetal position. Checking in here one last time. Notice the sense of balance in your body. When you're ready, push up to a tall seat. Finding a long spine, crown of your head reaching up towards the ceiling, closing your eyes or keeping them soft. Inhale into your belly, push your belly button forwards. Exhale, draw your belly button back to your spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms overhead, palms to touch. Exhale your hands to your hearts. Maybe you can find your heartbeat beneath your thumbs. And if not, that's okay. Know that it's there because you're here. Thinking about what it is you can carry with you off your mat in terms of balance, groundedness, or whatever else it is you need in your life as we move into spring. Use the energy generated from practice. Use the calmness of your breath. Find that balance within you, within your world. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me. Namaste.